We are live. What's going on, everybody? We are Bert, DeVito, and Will Bringer. You guys all know us well at this point, all 10 of our viewers. Is that right? At this point, we're doing okay. We run into some issues. Well, I don't want to say we. Am I reaching when I say we, Bert?
A little bit. Alright, I was involved in your video, but it's a video for your channel, and if I'm honest with you, the content of it isn't something I really give much of a fuck about. Do you know what I mean? The person we was talking about. It's like...
Nor do most people, for that matter.
So it's like, I wasn't that upset that the video got taken down myself, but I can understand. Do you know what I mean? So why you might be.
I wasn't really. I guess you could say I was upset, but I mean, because this fucking hurts me to even say this. That this person's opinion upon on wrestling means more than mine.
What?
The Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
Is like, you know what I mean? He's like trying to talk shit about Bret the Hitman Hart. And so the gist of this is this. Like, we're talking about internet censorship. And when somebody says something that you don't agree with, doesn't necessarily mean that it's like hate speech or fucking spam or whatever the fuck, right? Like, that's what we're talking about here, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, good, yeah, freedom of fucking speech. So I have the right to retort to something that somebody else has said. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Social media is a platform for debate.
Yeah. So that's what we did. And I think we did successfully not only fucking disprove the person's claims, but just make him look like a total fucking fool in the process. Because, I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest fucking wrestlers of all time. We're talking about Bret the Hitman Hart, all right? Yeah. For those who don't know what the hell we're talking about a match that was discussed on, I feel fucking terrible even mentioning the name, because this guy will fucking watch the video and get offended and fucking flag it down for spam again.
Possibly. Well,
you know what I mean? I mean, they have a podcast that has a name and has a YouTube channel name, which has not been mentioned. But this fucking guy, you know what I mean? Glenn. There's a lot of Glens in the world, so we'll just call him Glenn. You know, he's the guy that would come out in WCW and do the disco dance, and that's the fucking guy we're talking about, okay?
Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
What if fuck? It could be him too. Who knows, right? But he had some fucking disco pants on. He wore bell bottoms, and he was talking trash about one of the greatest wrestlers to ever grace a wrestling ring, and try to put himself in the same fucking, league as him.
Yeah.
And said, and put forth a false claim that he was dropped on his head. He took a backdrop. Is that correct? He took a backdrop?
He said he took a backdrop at some point.
He took a backdrop. So Bert, I'm going to defer to you here and explain to anybody who watches professional wrestling or has been a professional wrestler what a backdrop is.
Well, let's just say, it depends what he's talking about, whether he's talking about a side suplex style backdrop or off the ropes, duck down, lift them over, take a straight flat back bump. So,
well, he said a backdrop, so I'm assuming it's like when you see, back in the day, Shawn Michaels would take one of the best backdrops you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, so basically the opponent ducks down, Shawn's running towards him and launches him into the air. Like the opponent will launch Shawn into the air, and he'll do a front flip and land on his back, flat back.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the way that this fucking douchebag explained the move, and he said that Bret fucking did him a disservice and didn't, tried to hurt him, basically, is what he was saying.
Yeah.
We watched the match, right?
We did.
And in its entirety.
Was it, though? That's the thing.
Was it?
He said
well,
18
we saw the
minutes.
Finish.
We
saw the finish.
But he said 18 minutes, but there was only 12 minutes. So was there 6 minutes cut out of that match?
Possibly. But when you watched the match, as we did you see any cuts in between? I didn't see any. Personally.
Not particularly. But it's a lot of clever editing you can do. But
maybe during the commercial breaks, because it was on a live show, right?
Yeah.
So maybe something happened, but he didn't look disoriented. The only bump that we saw that was controversial, maybe and it wasn't Bret's fault, is because Disco Inferno. Oh shit! I said his fucking name.
Whatever.
Whatever. Fuck it.
Give him a reason, mate. Give him a reason.
Shit. We'll find out for sure though if it was him that fucking threw the first flag out, because that's kind of what the theory is here. We're just giving a little bit of a backstory of we're talking about internet censorship here, and the shadow banning and the flagging and the fucking all taking people's content down type thing.
Yeah.
But this was fucking completely fucking out of line.
Yeah.
On all levels. The only one we saw was for me personally, was the DDT. The DDT spot.
Yeah, the way he came down with it, it was... He kind of spiked himself. So you wouldn't blame that on Bret, though. Bret's done it, and he doesn't have the best DDT anyways. He just drops down. It's pretty blunt. If you're taking that move, it's pretty, hey, just drop. Yeah.
Face plant. That's it.
Yeah, but he kind of spiked himself, And
so do you blame that on Bret, or when you watch that?
There may have been a miscommunication in the move. Maybe, because to me, I thought Bret was going to go for that snap float over suplex that he does in every single match. But he didn't. He done the DDT instead. So I don't know if there was a miscommunication, and maybe Buff Bagwell or whoever the fuck it was in the ring.
Buff Bagwell. Disco. I ain't gonna say his name.
Disco.
There's a ring man.
We'll
call him Glenn. Just call him Glenn.
All right. Well, Glenn. Yeah, if he thought the suplex was going to happen...
Or Kermit the Frog, because that's what he sounds like on fucking audio.
It's like he didn't know Bret was going to drop, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was like he was waiting for a suplex, as opposed to a DDT. So I don't know if there was miscommunication, and if that's something maybe he was talking about. But it wasn't a backdrop that went wrong. If there was anything that was even remotely close to a backdrop, it was where Bret threw him through the ropes and he landed outside, but I can't remember what kind of bump he took to the outside, so I don't even know if he landed on his feet or what he did.
He didn't land violently, it wasn't debilitating, because Bret come right out and he was back on his feet and they were going at it again and they ended up back in the ring.
Yeah.
So again, backdrop, the way there was no backdrop flop, unless it was, again, the only fucking thing that it could have been is something that we didn't get to see on TV because it happened while they were at a commercial break or something.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason for it. But even when you see him in the ring, there's nothing wrong with this guy. No. But then he's coming on his fucking podcast, and this is where we come into play. So we're evaluating, we listen to his podcast and the way he described things, and it just doesn't match up at all.
No.
It doesn't. And we got, well, not we, but I got a flag for this video due to spam. And it wasn't because of copyright.
That was my initial reaction. Was, oh,
go ahead, explain. Go ahead.
That was my initial reaction. As soon as you went, oh, we've got a strike, or you've got, or what was it? It got taken down and put back up while we was on the air about 3 times, didn't it?
Yes.
And
yes. So it was attempted to be flagged multiple times.
Right. Yeah.
So the YouTube server, or whatever bot that they have running their shit, where people actually think that it's a physical fucking body, like looking at this and evaluate. It's not. It's not. Because it was tried multiple times. Like, remember, you could hear the video. Like, I was like, oh, we got flagged down. Wait, no, it's back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So go ahead.
And then my initial thing was, well, obviously, mate, you're playing WWF footage. You're playing video and audio owned by the WWF. So, like, to me, I was sitting there, it's a fucking no-brainer. Like, I was surprised, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised at all if the video fucking got taken down. But then you said to me, no, it weren't copyright. It's from spam or misleading content or some shit, wasn't it? So, and that's the difference. Because to me, copyright was there all day. So if it had been pulled down on copyright, fine, I understand. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there's obviously something else at play, or someone else at play. You know what I mean? In trying to make sure that was pulled down as quickly as possible.
And so this is where I started thinking even more, is because, well, who in the fuck, like, how? It still baffles my mind. Like, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? It's only fucking 2 classes of fucking people: a hater or the person that created content. And the content that we showed, okay, this is the key right here, all right, is already available on you. The videos that I used and the audio that I used are all on fucking youtube.com. You could freely watch those. So just by me sharing them, I'm violating YouTube's own terms of service, but they're allowing the content that I'm providing as sharing as a problem. That's a problem?
Well, that is one of the fucking things I do. So I said
both the videos, the match that we watched, right?
Yeah. And
the audio footage, or whatever you want to call it, the audio from the fucking the fucking disco cunt fucking podcast are all available on YouTube to see for free. They're there. These are things that you don't have to pay for. But because I shared them and evaluated them along with Bert here, we evaluated what was being said and the actual match itself, which is freely available on fucking YouTube, and the footage is fucking, that was shown on my fucking channel.
Yeah.
Is already there. I'm just sharing it and making a video evaluating it myself, as well as Bert was doing it alongside me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, because you're a lot more smarter than I am, what terms of service did I violate?
Well, if they're saying spam, I don't know what that means, really, why that was spam. I don't really know what's misleading about it. It's just 2 people having a conversation, giving an opinion on something. How many movie review people are there out there, game review people, and how many people review wrestling week to week? Do you know what I mean? We just basically reviewing something. You heard something on a podcast, said, what do you think of this? So we went, alright, this is what we think of this. It's only an opinion thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I could understand the copyright thing. Even though it's fucked up that it's already on YouTube. Like I said, I used to run that absolutely perfect YouTube channel. And it had every single Kurt Hennig match on it. But they eventually give me strike after strike and took it down. But there were matches that I'd got strikes for and got taken down, but they were still up on YouTube on other people's channels. And that used to annoy me. It's like, well, if they're allowed to keep it up there, why has my one got to be fucking pulled down? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
But so I do understand the copyright shit, even though it's fucked up that the stuff's there.
But
on
it wasn't
YouTube.
flagged for copyright. It was flagged for spam.
That's it, and that's what we're trying to get at. Is the spam thing. So we're looking at what's his name? Fucking disco dude, Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon he's the one that's flagged it because he didn't like our opinion? Didn't want to hear our opinion.
I don't have any other reason to not think otherwise. I mean, the fucking guy. I said it to you. What? How many times now? The fucking guy should be worshiping the ground that fucking Bret Hart walks on.
Yeah. Like I said to you, he was lucky to be in the ring with him that night, and he should have taken full advantage of that.
That's right. So what the fuck? I mean, I can't think of anybody else because, in truth be told, like his podcast, he does it with Conan, Mexican wrestler. You know, so it's called keeping it. Like change the name to it. They changed the name to Keeping It 100. So they're trying to do the fucking YouTube internet fucking thing, and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But like you're gonna fucking bury people along the way. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they did. Like, your opinion was fucking... You tried to bury Bret Hart. You fucking talk shit about Bret Hart. When Bret Hart fucking gave you an opportunity to fucking do something and be something. Outside of being the fucking Disco fucking Inferno. You... Fuck. Like, I think he, when he looks at himself in the fucking mirror... realizes, you know what I mean? Well, I was making a lot of money being a goofball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fucking, like, the Halls and the fucking Nashes, like, oh, we're going to bring you into the Wolfpack just so they could laugh at you. That's all they did.
Yeah.
You think these fucking people gave a fuck about you, man? You're a fucking clown.
They probably didn't.
I guarantee it was him. I guarantee it was. Who the fuck else would have done it? Outside of a random YouTube, like low-key fucking douchebag hater that we deal with on the fucking daily basis. Those of us that are grinding, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just your trolls and shit.
Yeah, but that was fucking stupid. Like, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it was like 3 times in the space of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was.
Like, they tried so many times, Bert. So many times to flag that video down. Like, it's like, we don't want people to hear this. Like, it's...
But then
does Conan on his fucking YouTube channel want people to really believe that the Disco Inferno was a great wrestler? Come on now.
Mate, from what I saw of him, which is that one match with Bret Hart, and
that's all you need to know.
And I don't think I've ever seen him ever before that, really. He was alright. He wasn't shit. He knew what he was doing.
But he sounds like fucking Kermit the fucking Frog, which is a fact.
He knew what he was doing or whatever. He can have a match. But
he didn't know how to take a fucking back bump or what a fucking backdrop is called. So that's a problem for me. I'm
not saying he's like a great wrestler, but do you know what I mean? He weren't one of the shittest wrestlers I've ever seen. But at the end of the day, he didn't do anything that would make me want to watch him again. There was nothing he did in that match. He had nothing about
Did he
me.
do? Let me ask you a question, Bert. Did he do anything in that match or whatever that would, you know, give him some type of fucking credibility where he could trash talk one of the best wrestlers, one of the most revered wrestlers of all fucking time?
No, not Bret Hart. He couldn't. No, he could turn around and, you know, say to me and you, well, you know, we ain't done what he's done. We ain't been in the ring with the people he's been in the ring with, done the training he's done, and do you know what I mean? But no, he couldn't say that to Bret Hart. Say nothing to Bret.
Well, I was gonna save this, but I fucked Disco Inferno's wife. So how you feel about that, Glenn?
Well, he might flag you for that.
You gonna flag us for this one too? You fucking pussy. Overly sensitive fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know, man. It might not have been him, but man, when we really talked about it in depth. And,
yeah.
like, the options are fucking very slim as to who would do something like that.
Yeah. And you'd think you'd like him to, if he's got a problem with what we've said, to actually say something. Do you know what I mean? To defend himself or whatever.
But
You know
apparently he's gonna treat us like, I guess he felt like he was treated by Bret, like Bret was too good for him, so he's too good for us because,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Bret, I guess that's the way he feels. I don't know.
Because there's 10 more people that know who he is than know who we are.
I think that's what it is, man. And again, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, Bert, we did do a video on Vince Russo, and he's one of Vince Russo's boys.
Yeah,
So.
Russo didn't take a stand, though, did he?
No. I'm just saying that we did a video, and that's one of our better ones.
Yeah.
And yep, he's a regular. I think he's part of his network still, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I think that might have a little bit to do with it, seeing as I was on Russo's shows back in the day and know what the fuck type of piece of shit he is. So if good old Glenn there is a partner with fucking Russo and doesn't like the truth about, you know, people like them thinking that they know everything about the wrestling business when they have no respect for it before they even got into it, from what I see.
Yeah. Well, Russo especially.
Makes a whole lot of sense to me right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if it was on their radar. It made enough noise around Vince Russo. I've done a lot on Twitter, like, about when we done that Russo podcast. Like, I tagged...
To get the flag, like, that's a Russo move, too. Like, real talk.
Yeah.
Like, he would do that.
Yeah, more than likely, mate.
So we could get into that. Fucking.
But let's say what we're saying about this internet censorship. What is the deal? What's your angle on this then? Because bear in mind, we did the internet licensing a little while back, saying certain people should be censored. So where's the balance between our internet license and not being censored?
Well, fuck, I don't know, man. Are we recording?
Yeah, go on. Just let it run.
Well, fuck, I don't know. I don't. Who does know at this point?
It's almost impossible to find that balance, though, isn't it?
Like, what I do know is, like, when you say something that's... What I found, personally, is that if you say something that has any type of truth to it, it's banned.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what end it comes from. Like from here in our country, we got the left and the right. It doesn't matter. If somebody says something from the right that is true and makes sense and points out a flaw, it's banned.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
But more so from the right here in my country. I don't know how it works in your country, so I'm not going to speak for you.
Yeah,
but it's been made vocal. It's been made vocal on the Joe Rogan podcasts and everything like that. It's a fact that right-wing values, where they make sense, are being shadow banned and banned from social media.
Yeah,
and it's like, why?
Well, there's a lot of it, isn't there, mate? And social media's pretty much left-wing dominated anyway.
Sure, well, all of media, for that matter, but
yeah.
But is that fair? Is it fair? Like, is that democracy? You know, democracy means everybody's word means for something, right? But apparently it doesn't. So,
because we can't be equal. Someone's got to be in control. Not you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you look at Lord of the Flies. Yeah, the boys wash up on the island. Yeah. One group of boys goes one way, one group of boys goes the other way, and eventually there's war. Do you know what I mean? It's human nature. It's what we are. You got the left, you got the right. On one side, he's going to try and stop the other side from having an opinion, having their say, having their way of life. You know what I mean?
But what if the other side's way of thinking would benefit them?
Then they take what they want out of it, don't they? Which they do. When if you look at religion, right? Look how religion, a conversation with a religious person has changed over the years. You go back 20 years at least. I remember having conversations with religious people. They wouldn't have a bar of anything that weren't 100% Bible. Now they're a little bit more flexible. Because I kind of have to be.
Well, I would go even further than that, whereas they have satellites pointed towards the skies. So,
yeah.
I mean, that says a little bit of something.
I mean, they like our technology, the religious people. They don't like science, but they like our technology. They use our technology all over the fucking place.
But people like control more so than anything else.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, but that's it. But then that's the thing what I was saying about the internet license. Where's the balance? You want freedom or you want control? Do you know what I mean? The internet license is control. And that means we have to, like we said, there'd be certain things, and then I guess I could start a driving licence. So if I went on there and I started going on and making, I don't know, hate speech towards whatever, and then I get, right, that's 3 points on my licence. And then eventually, all my points are used up, my internet licence is taken away. But now I'm being censored and shit. You know what I mean?
So how many points do you think we got for giving an honest opinion, critiquing somebody else's opinion?
So if the internet license was active and say there's 12 points on the license or whatever, I don't really know that we did or said anything that warrants us getting points on our license. I don't think we did or said anything really. I mean, could he say it's a defamation of character? We used his real name, we used his wrestling name, we passed judgment on him as a person, maybe. I don't know.
Would you count that as petty, though? Like, we're nobodies here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're just a couple of nobodies in the corner of YouTube. having a chat. So,
But it
again,
means we told a whole hell of a lot of fucking truth in that video that he didn't like. And I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, I'll ask, like, I think that's a lot of people in the back. He probably said shit like similar to what he said on his fucking podcast in the fucking back to the boys. And the boys told him basically the same thing that I said, like, bro, you were just in there with fucking Bret the Hitman Hart. I guarantee you that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash said the same shit to him. You were just in there with one of the greatest of all fucking time. And you're back here fucking bitching like a little fucking cunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like going into a fucking... That's like going into the fucking Tokyo Dome, right? On national television against fucking Okada, right?
Mate, it was...
Oh, man, I don't like this match. He didn't put the sharpshooter on me the right way.
Mate...
I'm going to put it on a podcast.
Like I said, Joe, that was an opportunity. He should have taken advantage of it. Like I said, if that was me out there, I'd have said to Bret before the match, show me what to do, I'll follow you, man. You know what I mean? And I'd have just I'd have just done what I was told to do, and I'd have done it to the best of my fucking ability.
And let's talk about a match that somebody who has been given that opportunity. Did we talk about that during that show before I got flagged down?
Let's talk about it here on there, but we've talked about it ourselves anyway.
Yeah. The 1-2-3 Kid of all the fucking characters created in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
The 1-2-3 Kid, and he talks about this match to this day. We're talking about Sean Waltman, X-Pac, whatever you know him as, 6 in WCW. Has nothing bad to say about Bret. He goes in there. He's in there against fucking the world heavyweight champion at this point. This is when Bret is on his fucking, I guess, on his high horse.
Yeah.
And he's in basically the same fucking situation that Glenn the Disco Cunt is in.
Yeah.
And maximizes it the way you were just describing. Take it and fucking do what you gotta do with it, and this guy will fucking do right by you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you fucking take it from here and describe what you thought of that match, because I know what I thought of it. So I want to hear it.
The 1-2-3 Kid match.
Yes.
Yeah, I was brilliant match, and it was.
This was the opening match of a Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
All right, pre-recorded, but still the biggest match the biggest match 1-2-3 Kid has ever had. Sean Waltman, X-Pac, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Mate, that guy got some good starters, man. He was there with DiBiase, Razor Ramon, Bret Hart, and you know what I mean. In them opening matches of his WWE career or WWF career. He's like, he had some good fucking people to like learn from, and he took full advantage of that. He did it properly, the way it should be done, and it's just kind of shows you the difference between him and fucking Lash LaRue or whatever his fucking name is.
Lash LaRue. Lash LaRue's a redhead that tried to beat Gambit from fucking X-Men.
But
that just proves the point what we're talking about, like
the seriousness of it is like how serious X-Pac took it, and the Kid, like, or as the Kid, and learning, and then like I said, Disco Boy, he looked great on any indie show as a mid-card match, you know what I mean, and like on a trainee show he'd look fucking great, you know what I mean, doing what he was doing, but still he's average on his best day. He's not, and you can see the difference. Is like he doesn't take it as seriously, and it doesn't mean as much to him as it did to Sean Waltman. And you can see the difference.
It's the same type of show at the same with the same type of audience watching you. I'm talking about viewership wise at the point in time when you compare the two, because that match take place on TNT show, the Thunder show, which would be the Thursday night show.
Yeah.
And I don't know what their ratings were like verbatim at that time, but I'm thinking like maybe the 2 million, 3 million people were watching that show.
Yeah.
Whereas where Bret wrestled Sean Waltman, the 1-2-3 Kid, as the opening match on Monday Night Raw at that time, and that's going back to like what 96,
93, mate.
Was that 93?
Yeah, I think
Monday
so.
Night Raw.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're going back. Fuck yeah, well shit, you're right. Yeah, you're right. 1993. And that's the opening match of the fucking show, and that's a main event fucking caliber fucking match.
Yeah.
Main event caliber. Have you ever fucking heard Sean Waltman say not a negative thing towards Bret? He fucking worships the ground Bret walks on. But do you got this fucking douchebag here? Fucking talking show, well, Bret dumped me on my head.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you're in front of 3 million fucking people are watching you right now. Okay?
Yeah.
We're in fucking 2021 now. 2020 when this video came out when he talked this shit.
Yeah.
And now you want to fucking talk trash about Bret? And you mean to tell me that you're not doing this just to get fucking attention on yourself? Bullshit. You have no respect for the fucking people that helped you or tried to help you to get where you maybe could have been. You know what I mean? He did have some talent. He was good in the ring. I watched his matches. He won some fucking belts in WCW, but it's WCW we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's it.
But for him to say that shit, and again, like, we're just telling this backstory because this is the reason, like, us talking this trash about this fucking prick is the reason why the fucking video was flagged.
Yeah.
There's I can't think of any other reason why. Can you?
Not off the top of my head, mate, no. But we'll soon find out, mate, because when we get this podcast up, I'll tag him on Twitter anyway. So...
See how that works out.
Yeah. So we'll soon fucking find out. But,
it was crazy because I mentioned many times when we were, live reacting to it, I was like, this guy he doesn't even understand how fucking blessed he is just being in the ring with one of the greatest to ever fucking be in that goddamn ring.
yeah.
And he's talking shit. He dropped me on my head. He didn't drop you on your head. You dropped yourself on your head.
Yeah, well, that's what we saw with that DDT.
I don't believe. How do you fuck up a backdrop? Do you believe that Bret Hart fucked up a backdrop on purpose?
Bret Hart would be unlikely to fuck up a backdrop. It's like I said to you, when we watched it, I've seen Bret Hart drop people in moves, but you know what I mean, like squash boys, jobbers, normally, and it'd be just probably down to the jobber not being where he's supposed to be at the right time. So as Bret picks him up, he's like not been able to grab him, sort of thing. But to fuck a backdrop up, that's really hard to fuck a backdrop up.
We're talking about Bret Hart fucking 20 plus years into his career.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's not looking to fucking injure Disco Inferno.
No.
Of all the fucking people. You know what I mean? I want to make a statement. You know what I mean? Like that's what it... Like, oh, he tried to hurt me.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
The Wonder Kid, Alex Wright. Isn't it?
Alex Wright had more clout than this fucking clown did. Just my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Disco fever. When he come out, disco fever. He's doing the whole fucking thing to John Travolta. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's what we said. What the fuck is a Disco Inferno? What does that do for you? Like, even some of the stupidest gimmicks in wrestling, like the goon, right? A goon in hockey is a violent person who likes to fight. So it
That's
makes
right.
all the sense in the world that a goon would want to be a pro wrestler. I've got no... It might be a stupid gimmick, but it made sense on that level. Henry Godwin, a pig farmer, right? Well, at
Yeah.
least a pig farmer is used to grabbing massive fucking animals, lifting them and holding them down against their will. So it makes sense. A pig farmer might actually be pretty good at wrestling. So why wouldn't he try his hand at it? Stupid fucking gimmick, but it kind of made sense. What does a Disco Inferno do? How does disco dancing help you win a wrestling match?
That's what. That's where I'm coming from.
And
That's
why are
it.
you still disco dancing in the late 90s?
Yeah. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And I think that made him upset that we said things. We said things like this, and he sounds like Kermit the Frog, which he does.
Okay.
Again, like, there's only two options. We're talking about internet censorship, but you have to understand the source where the fucking where it comes from, and this is where it comes from in this situation, anyways.
Yeah.
But it's these type of people that they feel that they can just basically they could throw their opinion out there and not expect backlash, right?
Yeah.
So when you give them backlash, they say, no, 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 spam. It's spam. It's spam. It's this, that, that. Flag you, flag you. Well, why do you feel this sense of fucking entitlement where you can fucking just say whatever the fuck you want? But when somebody comes back at you and like this is irrefutable. Like, this is just an example. Like this Bret Hart, Disco Inferno shit. I mean, come on now. Are we fucking kidding ourselves, Bert, right now? We're talking about Disco Inferno and fucking Bret Hart in the same sentence. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, mate, I wouldn't even fucking know who Disco Inferno was if you hadn't brought him up.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I'd have a vague idea of who he was, but I get him mixed up with all them other people that I said. Buff Bagwell, Alexander Wright, Lash LaRue, all the fuckers, all the mid-carders and jobbers from WCW.
I'll give Buff Bagwell a fucking pass over all these fucking Buff Bagwell. There was potential with that character. There was potential with him.
Yeah.
But
He wasn't that
this
good.
fucking guy. I don't see Buff Bagwell fucking flagging people's channels for fucking spam. For telling the truth.
I'll tell you what, you want a fucking mid-carder, right, or a glorified jobber, whatever you want to call him, but he's one of the best there ever was, fucking Bob Holly. And you put Disco Inferno in the ring with Bob Holly. Yeah, Disco Inferno.
There you go.
Would shit himself.
Well, he wouldn't shit himself because Bob Holly would kick the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Literally kick him in the fucking gut enough where he shit his pants all over the fucking ring. He would cower in the fucking corner like a bitch and fucking piss and shit his fucking pants like a fucking cunt that he is.
He wouldn't even want to get in a ring with him. But there is another guy that took full advantage. Well, I haven't seen him. I think it's like house shows and shit. But Bob's talked about it, and Bret's mentioned it. But both Bret and Owen Hart really enjoyed working with Bob Holly. And when he's had the opportunity of being in the ring with him, he's used that opportunity, and he's had the best match he can with him. Do you know what I mean?
There you go. It's called respect.
Yeah. So there's people, man, that If you respect people and you go out there and you do it the right way, they're gonna have good things to say about you, and they're gonna have a good match with you. So you got to put a lot of it probably down to fucking Disco dude. That
Disco fucking. We're talking about the Disco Inferno.
yeah. Yeah.
This fucking guy. Look, this come from me. I'm not gonna put Bert's name on this. This come from me. That flag had to have come from him. I can't, for the life of me, think that Conan did it. You know what I mean?
No.
I can, but Conan is a good businessman, so it's potential. But no, dude, no. Look, that had nothing to do with anything. It was just like, because Conan's name wasn't really it wasn't mentioned at all, actually, wasn't it? No.
Only, if anything, you might have said that he was doing a podcast for the geezer.
The podcast with him, all right.
But that's if anything. I can't honestly remember, to be fair.
But the fucking, talking about the person involved and everything. It's just,
yeah.
And to have that, and to have YouTube's fucking terms of service, again, they tried to flag the video down twice.
Yeah.
It was still up after those. So whatever AI they have running, the AI disagreed with whoever was fucking trying to flag the video.
Did it actually get taken? Is it gone now?
It's gone. Yes, it's gone now.
Yeah.
I've appealed it, and I've yet to hear a response.
Yeah.
But they tried twice, 2 times. You could hear me during the video.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's gone. Oh, it's back up again. It's gone. It's back up again. Said it twice.
Well, we've got
That's not automated. That's somebody watching the video and not liking what's being said and what's being evaluated. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm pretty sure there's not many people going to have a problem with us talking about Disco Man.
That's all I'm saying. And I agree.
And not many people would disagree with what we actually said, I would think.
If they're wrestling fans, no, they wouldn't.
So, I don't know how long we've got left on this, but let's try and wrap it up with this question. Alright? So, we're talking about this internet censorship. So, currently, they have the right, if they don't like what we're saying, to flag our video. We also have the right to do that to them. Should we be allowed to have that right? Should any of us, them or us, be allowed to have that right? To flag a video if we don't like what's being said in
it. Given the state of affairs right now, yes. Because if they can do it, I can do it too. Yeah. Does it set a great precedent? Whatever you want to.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't, because every fucking Joe Blow can flag a video down or whatever. But that's where we are.
So, but what you're saying, like in an ideal world, people wouldn't have the ability to flag videos.
I don't. In all honesty, man, real talk, I don't think, just if they post it, leave it up. That's their opinion.
Yeah. But what about if it's fake news? Or like bullshit? Like people, like someone making a video accusing someone of something that they haven't done.
Leave it up. Leave it up. I think we don't give people enough credit for spotting out bullshit. You know what I mean? We need to just let people make up their own minds.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the day, that's what they do anyway.
Yeah.
You can sway them in one direction or the other, but at the end of the day, they're gonna
Or if they want to agree with you, it's because they was looking for someone with that opinion anyway. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. People. It depends on how people feel, how passionate people are on a certain topic or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's no winning either way. But you can't fucking just let the people fucking make their voices be heard.
Yeah.
And shit like this, the shit we were just talking about here, this is just like a professional. It doesn't mean anything. It's not going to affect anybody's lives.
No.
But this shit happens on other forums. And that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Where your voice is not heard. Where your voice is fucking voided out. And that's not cool. It's not cool at all.
That happens on Twitter a lot. Twitter is censored.
I don't use Twitter, so you inform them. Tell them what happens on Twitter. I don't use Twitter.
I'm not a massive Twitter user. All I really do is just share videos from YTWE or Rattle the Cage, pretty much.
Mm.
I'm not. I don't use it as a social tool. I can't stand I hate social media. I only use it as an advertising tool. That's the only reason for Facebook and Twitter in my book. You know what I mean? But Twitter, yeah, it's like. I mean, I've said a lot of shit, and nothing I've said has been like taken down or whatever. And I think I'm pretty like out there with some of the stuff. But I guess I haven't said anything that's offended the wrong person yet. Do you know what I mean? It's like they probably agree with a lot of what I'm saying, and it's only like obviously like we do the podcast about legalising weed, so I'll get bang on it, and I'm like. And I send tweets to fucking Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Boris Johnson. I'll tag everyone, mate. I don't give a fuck who they are. You know what I mean? I got something to say. You're gonna fucking at least have the tweet there in your fucking box. Do you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck who it is. So, but I know a lot of shit gets censored, and it tends to be. So we're told it's more more right wing stuff that gets censored, like you were saying earlier. Which, like I said,
well, in the States, that's the case.
Yeah, but that's generally on Twitter as well, and I think a lot of Twitter is America anyway, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Twitter's fucked up, just like all social media. But
people getting deplatformed just for having an opposite position to the left, and it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy here in the States. Again, I can't speak for you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't, but it's just...
It's gonna be insanity, man.
Stupid shit like that. Like, alright, he didn't drop me on my head. He didn't do this. You know what I mean? I flag the video down. Like, fuck, come on, man.
Well,
like,
you know,
come on. I'm not saying it was Bert. The point I'm trying to make is I don't think it. It's very possible that it was Disco that did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you really think about it,
yeah.
Like it was somebody involved with that that fucking show that they do, their podcast. It's very fucking possible that it was.
Yeah, yeah.
But it could very, very, very be possible that it was one of these fucking douchebag little fucking cunts. Cowards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You got trolls and shit in every community, ain't you, mate? They're there. They just want to make... But
how could they even, like, they have no fucking stock in either fucking product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that gets me. Like, why would YouTube... fucking take their fucking opinion as fucking gold? That's the fucking thing that gets me.
Well, I say this. If you don't like what we're saying, you don't agree with us, how about having some bollocks about you and fronting up, don't flag it, fucking make your own video, call us a pair of cunts, tell us we don't know what we're fucking talking about, and give us your reasons why.
That's
How about
it.
that?
That sounds like a great fucking idea to me.
It sounds like a good time to end it, doesn't it? What do you reckon?
Or they could fucking come on live and they could join us right here and tell us.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if we was live, mate, yeah. But
If we were live, well, we could do that.
And we can do that next time. If they got some bollocks about them, we'll see what happens.
What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
I would love to hear it because I don't think that I was wrong on anything I said. I'm pretty sure you weren't either.
But if we was, then tell us why. And you know what?
Yep.
If we're wrong, we'll hold our hands.
Bret Hart tried to kill me in that match on fucking Thunder.
Yeah.
Bret Hart tried to kill me on Thunder. He gave me a backdrop that never happened.
Yeah. An
I
imaginary
just
backdrop.
backdropped my fucking controller on the floor.
Shit. Alright, well, we wrapping it up.
Wrapping it up.
Yeah. So we've said our bit. We've laid it out there. You got something to say it, mush, because we're listening. Alright. And so this has been the Rattle the Cage podcast. I'm the D-Man, Mr. D, Bert DeVito, and I am here with the bringer of rain, William Bringer. Oh yes, that's right. And we bring it all night long on the old Rattle the Cage podcast. Listen to it in your car, whatever you're doing, and subscribe. And fuck it. Go on, Will. Got anything to say, mate? Because I'm done.
Yeah, fuck the Disco Inferno. Fuck his podcast. It's called, what is it called? The plus 100 fucking podcast. Something like 100. Like they tell the truth all the fucking time. Apparently they don't. So
Well, there
they
you
kiss
go.
my fucking ass.
Give him a little
And there you
plug
go.
there.
We'll leave it at that. Burst like, no, Will, shut the fuck up.
Well, we'll give him a little plug, mate. He's got to be happy with that, hasn't he? That, eh?
Well, fuck him. It's called the fucking, 100, whatever the fuck. It's not even the real name. 100
I
something.
don't know.
Don't matter. It's fucking Conan and fucking Glenn Gilberti fucking talking shit, not appreciating the fact that he was in the ring with Bret the Hitman Hart. He could suck my fucking dick, and I rest my fucking balls upon his chin, even if he's on fucking steroids and fucking like I'd beat the fuck out of this guy. Fuck him. There you go. That's my outro.